Konnichiwa, y'all, and welcome to the Mr. Maple Show. Today we're going to be talking about Pinus Contorta Chief Joseph, this amazing golden pine native to the Pacific Northwest.
Guys, we've got a great conifer collection on Mr. Maple. Who knew we do other things besides Japanese maples? Go to MrMaple.com. You can click on the conifer section and see we've got one of the best selections of conifers online mail order.
This is one of the most amazing yellow winter interest trees. Last year we went and walked around the Blue Forest Garden at Buckholtz Nursery, one of my favorite conifer gardens in the entire world, guys. You know what's still in the show during the winter months? It's the yellows. The yellows are absolutely still in the show. They're the highlighters in that winter garden. We're here in late January filming this to talk to you about Chief Joseph. This one is an extravagant tree found in the Wallowa Mountains that really brings it for winter yellows.
Yeah, it was found in the wild by Doug Will, named after Chief Joseph, the chief of the Wallowa tribe. Y'all, this is an amazing evergreen conifer. It gets about 6 foot in height in 10 years, and it really just brings it with that bright yellow color, especially during those winter months.
Yeah, I love this one, guys. It's a beautiful tree. Now, this one's gonna work zones 4 through zones 8. A lot of people list them on zone 5, but there has been some great success down to -20 with this plant. It is a beautiful display. Now, this is gonna green up a little bit during the summer months. During the winter, though, that's really when the coolness comes in and that color picks up, making it extravagantly yellow in the garden. Now, you wanna protect this one, especially in the south, from the hot afternoon sun. It'll actually get a little bit more burn on it in the winter months if you're putting it in a high heat, full sun setting. So I recommend a little more shade in somewhere like Atlanta if you're going into a heavy true zone 8. This one's so fun. It's a native to the Pacific Northwest. We actually have this one in full all-day sun in zone 8 there in Gaston, Oregon at the Buckholtz farm. Absolutely beautiful plant, and I'm surprised by it. Every time it started to grow an interest to me, and I absolutely love what it brings to the winter garden.
Yeah, it's become one of our more popular trees that we list on MrMaple.com. I have noticed that you really want to give this one really good drainage, especially if you have the clay soils that we have here in Western North Carolina. You want to amend your soil, give it some extra drainage in there for this tree to really thrive and do well. Plant it on a berm, grow it in a container. Fantastic way to grow Pinus Contorta Chief Joseph. What this tree does with that brighter, slightly yellow-green color during the spring and the summer, but then when this yellow hits during the winter, the cold really intensifies this yellow color, and it really lights up the landscape when everything else in the landscape has either dropped its leaf or is a dark green from most conifers. Plant this next to a blue conifer, you're gonna really make this thing pop. Something like a Picea glauca globosa is gonna be an amazing companion plant with this Chief Joseph.
Now, we have some big ones at Buckholtz Farm. These things have been here for a while. You know, Tim mentioned typically 6 to 8 foot in 10 years. One of the beautiful things about this is an 8 foot tall tree typically isn't much more than about 4, maybe 5 foot wide. So it has a very narrow footprint as well. Dense and full all the way up. Absolutely beautiful. It's about as decadent as you can get for a native plant. Like, this is a nativar because it is a native of the Pacific Northwest. But guys, this thing has all the pop and pizzazz as anything you'll see from Asia.
And I really like the needles on Chief Joseph as well. Not only do they add that color, but they add a unique texture. It's a Pinus Contorta, and the needles aren't perfectly straight like many other pines. They have a little bit of a twist and a curve to them, which just adds to the interest on this ornamental tree in your garden.
Now, Pinus Contorta Chief Joseph has this yellow color, which makes it a perfect pairing with coral bark Japanese maples. Think about something like Akakawa Hime, Baton Rouge, Sangukaku, or Benikawa being near this plant in the winter. So it has a perfect backdrop. That yellow really intensifies the red bark of the Japanese maple. Makes it a perfect pairing, especially if you have something in the forefront that you want to draw attention to. I like Akakawa Hime with this because of its smaller stature. Something like Akakawa Hime or Cupid really make the perfect accompaniment to Chief Joseph.
Yeah, we recently did a cultivar spotlight on Acer palmatum Benikawa, and you can see that evergreen backdrop. You drop a yellow behind a coral bark, it's going to be even more electric in the garden and landscape. I mean, contrast is the name of the game. When you add the yellow, it highlights the whole garden. And that's what I love about yellow, is it brings out all the other colors in the landscape. And during those winter months, that's really important to add that vibrance, that sort of uniqueness to your garden.
Now, we mentioned that Blue Forest garden. Definitely go check out that walkthrough. We take you around that garden. You know, it's called the Blue Forest, but Talon made sure to get some Chief Joseph in that Blue Forest because it brings out all the colors so well. And especially in the winter months, the blues are showing out. but they look even bluer, they look even more aqua, they look even more intense evergreen with that yellow from Chief Joseph. So Chief Joseph is one of those plants you can start really at any size, and you're gonna really enjoy this tree as it just grows kind of in value and in interest in your yard. So don't be afraid to start out with a 1 gallon of these. As it matures, this tree is absolutely amazing. In fact, a 1 gallon's a good choice for these because big ones tend to go for a lot of money. So don't be afraid to start out with something in this size range. Test it out in your region. It's absolutely a phenomenal plant. I absolutely love the colors. And I think as you get a mature one of these in your garden, you're gonna have bragging rights over all the neighbors.
They sell out really quickly on MrMaple when we list them. You can click the notify me button on this page about Chief Joseph to be notified when this tree becomes available. It's likely gonna become available through our 10 at 10 emails. We release 10 new trees, actually 20, every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on MrMaple.com. If you love rare plants, if you love Chief Joseph, you're going to want to check out those 10 at 10 emails.
Definitely go back and check out some of our conifer walkthroughs at Buckholz Nursery. I think you guys are going to really like that. You'll see Chief Joseph as a highlighter plant. It's hard to hide this one really in the garden. It's going to be in a focal point. You're going to have that glowing intensity of it. Everybody loves this one. So put it somewhere prominent in your garden so you can enjoy all this color in those drab winter months.
Guys, grab your Chief Joseph today if it's on MrMaple.com. Appreciate you jumping in. If you love this type of cultivar content, make sure you subscribe here on the Mr. Maple Show. We put out daily content about Japanese maples and some conifers as well. And y'all, we love gardening. You're gonna love this as well.
Hey, if you love conifers, make sure to share our video. If you like it, make sure to like it as well. Take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.